Hey, Shalom, Israel, Most High in Christ. Bless Captain Matt here, IUIC Baton Rouge. We are on the Whitney Plantation.
We believe in the resurrection of the dead.
The Sunday worship is unbiblical. White Jesus unbiblical.
You even know who the devil is. You think the devil is someone down inside the ground. He said the world belongs to you.
We got to come together as the Israelites. Not as niggas, not as Baptists, not as Catholics, not as Pentecostals. That ain't in the Bible.
Seeing black people in America in the last days will be taught the truth.
That's why we're here. We're come together as the Israelites. That's right.
Behind us, we have Antioch Church. Now, the tour guide said that Antioch means cradle of Christianity, which it doesn't. It means resistant or holding fast. So the same Antioch of the past in Acts is the same Antioch that our forefathers and foremothers named their church, which shows how deep of a connection we have to the past, all right, to our roots as the Israelites, as the 12 tribes. So we're going to go inside and we're going to see exactly what they taught us, and to show that the religion that they taught us, our foremothers and forefathers rebelled against it. They didn't like it. The book of Isaiah chapter 29 verse 13 says, "Wherefore the Lord said, for as much as this people draw near me with their mouth, and with their lips do honor me, but have removed their heart far from me, and their fear toward me is taught by the precept of men." Right here in the church of Antioch, on this slave plantation, you actually see our people sitting here getting the education of the oppressors. So behind us is what's called the hot box. This is where they took enslaved people, our people, who rebelled against their slave masters, and this was the punishment for it. And right behind us in the hot box, what do you see? The cross. So the cross was used as a method of death. That was capital punishment. That was like the electric chair of today. And when you was put in this punishment, what did you have to look at? The same punishment Christ looked at, the cross.
Don't know what they got till it's gone. Spirit, pass over me. Oh, Spirit, pass over we. You took us out of captivity and you led us through the sea. Oh, Spirit, pass over we. They took us, they beat us, they raped us, they killed us. Pass over me. We struggled, we fight it, and then we united. You took us out of captivity and you led us through the sea. Oh, Spirit, pass over me.
So a lot of people may ask, what's the purpose of us going on plantations? What's the purpose of us looking back at all of this history, all of this pain? Because Job 8:8 says, "For inquire, I pray thee, of the former age, and go to the search of your fathers." These are the searches of our fathers. These are our ancestors. Just like I'm sitting here, there was once a little kid sitting here, looking at his foremothers and forefathers, wondering if they were going to die that day, wondering when are we going to ever get free from this, wondering why are we having to go through this. These questions are always asked, but nobody has the answer. Today, we're giving you the answer.
When the sorrows of death come past me, the floods of ungodly men.
So right here we have the Wall of Honor. It says this memorial is dedicated to over 350 people who were enslaved on this plantation between 1752 and 1865. The names come from inventories, sale records, and manumission documents. When have they ever gave honor to inventory? When do we honor stocking up stores? When do we honor items that we sell? They're trying to use a play on words. They don't honor us, because if they did, they would give us our land back. They would give us our heritage back. They would give us our education. They would tell us who we really are. Instead, they try to integrate us in society and say that they're honoring our ancestors that were sold in slavery and died on this plantation. So what we have to understand is everybody, as long as you were 2 years old and up, if you could walk, you could work. That was the rule out here. Like we said before, they worked from can't to can't, from can't see to can't see, from before the sun went up to after the sun went down. The stress on our bones was so great that even when slave bones were dug up, you can see the stress of work on their bones. They literally worked us to the bone. And some of our young kids, they was worked until their bones fell off. It was already said that there's a 10-year lifespan on this very plantation. No matter what age you came here, in 10 years, you were dead. If you came here at 12, you was dead at 22. If you came here at 30, you was dead at 40. 10 years was the maximum life expectancy to live on the Whitney plantation.
He's so stressed out, got no daddies around, mama's left out, got the college funds and the checks out. We've been shaking together, we've been pressed down.
Rent's due, baby need shoes, nowhere to go, what you gonna do?
So as we're walking the plantation, we see a lot of Edomites here. And some people may be wondering, why would they come to a plantation? What do they have to learn? What's the purpose of them coming to a plantation? Well, they come here to understand what it was that their forefathers did to our forefathers. So when they get back to the city and they see us with our pants below our behind, with us arguing over corners, with us killing each other, knowing this history happened and occurred, they say, you know what, we did a damn good job at destroying it.
It was very shocking to me that I did not know about slavery. This plantation was built in 1790. Plantation was settled by Ambrose Heidel, and this property was available for sale. And for the first year, I just wrapped everything in plastic because it was only a real estate investment for me.
Behind me, we have what's called the big house. Now, normally on the plantation, the slave quarters and the big house was nowhere near each other. Slaves had to walk a mile or two in order to get back to where they lived, because Esau did not want us around them. Now, every time, the slave master wasn't always in the big house. Sometimes he had to leave and go handle business to make more money so that his people can have more money and our people can have more work. So they would leave the plantation to the overseer. And behind us, we have the overseer's house. That was more than likely given to a relative, a cousin, a brother-in-law, something like that, that was set to watch the slaves while the slave master went on and did more business. The scriptures tell us that our children were made confectionaries and bakers. Well, this is the kitchen. In the Whitney plantation, we did a whole lot of cooking for the slave masters, because contrary to popular belief, slave masters didn't know how to cook. They used to do everything based on our back. If we didn't feed them, then they would go get some other slave to cook for them. And we would get sent to the hot box right outside. So you may have heard of the phrase, nighty night, don't let the bed bugs bite. Where would that phrase come from? It came from us being in shacks like this, sleeping 24 people in one room. Yeah, you heard me right. 24 people in one room, sleeping on a sheet that was stuffed full of hay. And where do you think they got the hay from? Outside. What do you think was in the hay? Bed bugs. So they had to use turpentine in order to kill some of the bugs. But guess what? That was a little bit too late. Most of our people get bit by bed bugs as they're sleeping. So where that phrase comes from, never forget it. It was a slavery thing And it happened because our people used to sleep on mattresses just like this, boxes of wood with nothing to help them sleep, but hay underneath them.
Searching for the road to the way back. We don't know our father's going way back. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Leviticus chapter 26 verse 17 says that they that hate us would rule over us. There's nothing more hateful than to kill a slave and put his head on a pike. This is what the atrocities of Deuteronomy 28 has shown us. Our sins that we have done against our God have led us to this point. Being in plantations, living in areas where we had to granulate sugar and throw ourselves in the pot if we wanted to mess up the crop, running away from slavery and then getting our heads hung on a pike if we were caught. We have to remember our history.
So due to our sins, right now in the background, we have other nations as well as our people staring at headless images of our people, bronze statues of our people on pikes. Nahum chapter 3 and verse 5 says, "Behold, I am against thee, said the Lord of hosts, and I will discover thy skirts upon thy face, and I will show the nations thy nakedness, and the kingdoms thy shame. I will cast abominable filth upon thee, and make thee vile, and I will set thee as a gazing stock." We have to remember our history. Make sure that you take time out to go and visit slave plantations, as we're doing right now. So what's happening right now? Other nations are gazing upon our people, as you see in the background. Remember, stay true to your history, know who you are. Shalom.
There's something deep within my spirit. I can almost hear it. Times when I'm in doubt, eager to move, but in my heart I feel it. Got me on the sacred path so I don't lose myself. I see demons peeking around the corner, watching every step. Dirty, yeah, I'm built for this. That fire make me fear for this. Thumbing through the scriptures late at night gives me chills for this. Watching for the signs, I pray I'm patient than my fathers was. Acts of the apostles, sending mission, we across the globe. Vision and reality ain't the